Hello, and welcome to a new game. This game is called Hearthstone. Wait, I know it's called Stonehearth. This is not Hearthstone, this is Stonehearth. It's a lot like other games out there. If you know RimWorld, that's 2D, it's kind of like this. This is 3D. It's like Dwarf Fortress. Basically, you get plopped down in the middle of nowhere with some people and you have to survive. Played a little bit of this. I'm okay at it. It's pretty fun. It's actually kind of hard as well. We're just gonna be the standard people. See a cool little intro that you have. Just gonna do a very standard people, standard biome. We're not gonna play in peaceful. Peaceful gets rid of a whole aspect of the game. Normal is hard enough as it is. I can't imagine hard. That just sounds ridiculous. So now we get to the fun part. So you start off with 7 people, and you can customize them to a certain extent. You can create them how you'd like and reroll their attributes. So if I make a person I want, I can lock their physical appearances and their name. So rerolling this just rerolls attributes. You can have male and female. So yeah. There's several different types. You're gonna want to have a pretty good diverse group. There are some attributes that don't do anything. I'm pretty sure like cultist I don't think does anything. They also have these passions. I'm not exactly sure, but I think these passions make it so that they learn faster, level up faster doing these certain jobs. So Iris here would level up faster being a herbalist. This guy is courageous, so you'd want him to be a footman or something. They also have happiness and sadness. You want to keep they're called hearthlings, these villagers. You want to keep your hearthlings happy. No one wants a depressed hearthling. So this person's optimistic, which means they'll be happy more often. This person is a night owl, which means they're out at night. It's pretty obvious. Featherweights move faster. Yep. Hothead means they're get mad pretty easily. These people like crafting things, good with planting. These people that have increased carrying. So there's some good attributes and there's some bad attributes. I'll be back after I customize my 7 people. Alright guys, and we're back with my team. So I'll just show you around with them. Here we have Cecily Inverse. It's looking pretty nice. He is an animal companion, which means he's going to start with a little squirrel friend. And he's courageous, so he likes to save other people and protect the town. So he'll be our footman for this run, which is the person who has a sword protects the village from invaders. Doran Rain here. He looks pretty cool. He's a Heart of the Crafter, so he's going to be our carpenter to start. He's a pack mule, which is really good. Good combination here, so he'll have a lot of storage to go around and craft things. We have Lizzie Homer. She is a green thumb, which means she's good at planting, so she'll be a good farmer. She's also a herbivore, which means she prefers to eat plants. I think she will still eat animals if necessary. Might make her a bit sad, but we'll have plenty of plants. Noel. Oh, I just realized these two have the same last name. Maybe they're married, or brother and sister. But anyways, Noel Homer here is a cultist, which is a bit of a concern. He worships the bunny god, but nonetheless he's a passionate herbalist. Possible coincidence here? Possibly not. Chopper Doral. That's a pretty crazy first name. He's a passionate cook. Cooks come from farmers, so he will be a farmer as well. Lorna Bendel here is a featherweight, which means she walks faster, and a night owl, so she'll be awake all night. And finally, Devona Boltus. Optimist, so she'll always be happy, and she wants to become a blacksmith, which is very good. Be good to have a blacksmith. Alright, so let's go over these three things here. So you have mind, body, and spirit. Body is their physical things. If they have high body, they'll be faster, have higher health and higher attack. Spirit is basically their courage. So you want your attackers to have high spirit, which means because it'll mean they will be less likely to run away from an enemy. And mind is basically what it says it is. It means they're smarter. So it means they're better at crafting. So this guy having high mind is really good because he will be a crafter. And Cecily here has decent spirit, so hopefully he won't run away too much. Alright, I think we're ready to go now. So after you've customized your roster, this is the first screen you'll see. These are different startings to how you want to start your run. You can have all this food, which is really good if you're a new player. It gives you lots of food, it gives you a hoe, so you can start a farm right away. It's a good one. Merchant Caravan starts you off with more gold than this. It also starts you off with a little food and some weapons. So this sword is for a footman who will protect your village. This is a dagger for a trapper who will trap animals for food. And the staff is for the herbalist who can make potions to heal your villagers if they are killed, basically. And this one, you basically just get 100 gold and you go about your day. You get a little food to start you off and a weaver thing so you can make clothes to sell as well. I think the thing about this, it's really good for starting people, but it's also just good in general. 10 gold isn't that bad, it isn't that big of a deal. The big deal here is that you start with a hoe. Now the thing about the hoe is you cannot build a hoe until you have a level 2 carpenter. To get to a level 2 carpenter, you have to build a lot of things with a carpenter, so it takes a while. Your people will be starving. Say I chose the merchant caravan to protect my villagers. Well, we only have 10 berries, and it's going to take so long for my carpenter to level up. My villagers are going to be in the brink of starvation until they can even begin to plant farms and grow food. So I think I'm going to start with food for days. So let's go. So after selecting what you would like to start with, you get this screen. This basically chooses where you want to drop down. Bad places to drop down are mountains, because you don't have any trees for wood. You can basically do nothing on top of a mountain. I like to drop down next to a body of water. Just my preference. I don't think it really does anything currently in the state of the game, but it's just nice. Like going next to some water with a good amount of trees. It's usually on plains as well. So I think I'm going to plop down right here next to this mountain, which means there'll be minerals in there close by to dig. We have access to water, which, as I said, currently doesn't do anything in the game. Plenty of trees, plenty of wildlife around as well. Let's go right here. This guy's pretty scary. Alright, and here we are. Controls are fairly basic. Hold and middle mouse to move, right click to pan. Not sure what that is. Maybe for our cultist, it's the bunny god it looks like. So now you have to take this banner and you can place it wherever you want, and that will be basically the center of your town. So I think a good place is right about here. Now we are able to name our settlement. I think I'm going to go with it's a hard choice. Let's go with good old Johnstown. Settlement of America. Right, this is actually a really good start. Having these berry bushes here is really good because it means we don't have to start farming soon. So with these 6 berry bushes, our villagers could actually survive up until about 9. We could be able to live off of just these berry bushes as they regrow. So when you plop down the banner, you start off all your things just throwing them out on the floor. So the first thing you have to do is designate a zone for a stockpile to store all of your resources. I was like a 10 by 10. Max is 11 by 11. So let's put everything but food in here. I want to make another one. Not quite as big. Let's make it actually, let's make it 8. This can be just for food. So all the food will go in here and everything else will go into this stockpile. Right. Well, the next thing we want to do is go into your villagers and assign their jobs. So like I said, this person will likely be my footman. This will be a farmer. This will work to a blacksmith. This will be the builder, a farmer, a random worker, and he will be the herbalist. So let's change jobs here and make him the carpenter. And since we chose this start, we start off with the hoe. So let's make the person with the green thumb our first farmer. And now that we've approved farmer, once he picks up the hoe, we can now designate a zone for a farm. And I like to prefer to put farms near bodies of water, just because it makes sense. I don't think it's required, but it's kind of realistic. First things first, to do anything in this game, you need wood. So you go here, click gather, and it'll go around and chop the trees down that you select. So clear out some areas for our farms, also give us wood. There's 2 different speeds. There's pause, and then you can just have a normal speed or double speed. I usually prefer to go to double speed at least early on right now, just to get things moving. So every now and then you get these notifications, and this guy comes around in the beginning of the game, and it'll just give you some things to start off to help you not starve to death, basically. Now with these berry bushes, you also harvest them, and they will stay. Actually, they just take the berries off and they'll regrow. So let's get our first farm. These can also go 11 by 11. I like 10 by 10 just because it's a nice number. And starting farms, you can grow 3 different types of plants: turnips, carrots, and pumpkins. These all grow very fast and aren't very nutritious, but you need them to You villagers need at least something to stick into their stomachs. So let's go with carrots here. As I said, with these berry bushes and with our farm start, we're not really going to need much food. So this farm should be enough for a while. So now that we have a carpenter, we can get to work and actually use him to make our first thing. We craft a workbench, and this workbench allows you to build almost everything from here. Some things you'll need a tool bench, but it costs one wood, sorry. And he can make that without a tool bench, luckily. And after you craft something, you go into this house, place an item, and you can stick it wherever you want. Comma and period rotate the items. So let's put it, say, here near the fire pit. So now that this crafting bench is placed, we go here again, crafters, and we can build all these cool things. First, we're probably gonna want some beds. We don't want our villagers sleeping out on the cold hard ground all night. So let's have them working on 7 beds. It only costs 1 wood, which we have plenty of wood. We can spare a few beds for these guys. So he's gonna get to work on building those beds, and as he does that, he levels up. So you can see he's almost level 1 now. And with all these guys, you can actually set them what you want them to do if they're able to do it. So say I put in an order to build something, but I didn't want him building something, I just wanted him crafting things. I could deselect build, and all he'll do is carry things around and craft things, which is his job. But he can build if he wants to right now. We have nothing to build anyways. Right? All these beds are finished, so let's give our villagers a place to sleep. Set up a nice little row of beds here early on, so they don't have to sleep on the colder ground. I'm not sure if they will sleep on the ground actually. I'm sure if they're tired enough they will, but they would probably get very upset. So right here is the morale of your villagers, your hearthlings. And you do not want this to get low. So this is just normal morale, nothing bad, nothing good. When they get sad, they will move slower and be less effective at everything. And it's the opposite for if they're happy, they're gonna be faster, more efficient, better at what they do. So you want to keep them happy. So at this early stage in the game, it's really just a lot of waiting, just sitting around, slowly building your way up to doing something. Slowly level up your carpenter to expand what you can craft. So right now we can craft a sword if we want, so let's do that. After this sword is crafted, it will allow us to change a job for a person we want to defend our town. This guy, see, currently without a sword, we don't have the requirements to assign him as a footman. But now that the sword is done, we're able to promote Cecily just kidding. What did we make? Did he not craft it yet? Oh, he's crafting it right now. Okay. Now once the sword is done, now we can promote Cecily to a footman. And the footman will just roam around the little area on patrol, watching out for any bad dudes. Don't want any bad dudes attacking our village. So yeah, this is the beginning of Stonehearth. Hope you enjoyed. There'll be more to come very soon.